Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, man fatally shot by police after chopping his father identified. The man who was fatally shot by police during an alleged confrontation as cops responded to a domestic dispute report at a Mandeville home on Monday has been identified. Relatives named him as Okari Gale. Preliminary reports are that about 8 a.m., police were called to a house on the Carteret Road where a man reportedly used a machete to chop his 77-year-old father. It is reported that when the police responded, the man continued his attack and confronted the authorities. The police opened fire and shot the man. However, footage sent to the news shows two police personnel instructing Gale to drop the machete before loud explosions were heard. He was pronounced dead at the hospital while his father was admitted for treatment. Clear him name, cries the uncle of Lawrence Tavern man killed by police. The uncle of the Lawrence Tavern resident, who was shot and killed by police during an operation last Friday, says he is just seeking to clear his nephew's name. According to Camber Thomas, his nephew Andrew Richards is an innocent man who was wrongfully killed by the police. He is one of many who are currently protesting last Friday's fatal shooting of the 39-year-old. The residents insisted that Richards was murdered in cold blood and a weapon planted on him by the police.
Jamaica needs to clean up, but the police them need to do a better job and stop kill people, picking and put gun on them. That's not right. That's not right. I don't do that for escape, but Kirk, them do that for escape, Kirk. I don't like that you can't kill an innocent man and put a gun on him. It's not right. You corrupt, you mess up the man's name. And the name who want name for clear, just the name in dead already and can't come back. And even if we don't get justice, I just want Jamaica people to know that I just the gun part more and come off of me never name. The murderer part more and come off of him. Just that. Just that more. I don't want a gun part for the name. The police them murder him and put gun on him and them pass my veranda and them could have come on my veranda to and knock on my door and kill me. And then the upstairs part in my father's house and me downstairs and Andrew the door the right here so the back door. And they murder Andrew, they shot them and me when Andrew ball out one time. I mean I hear him again, but we never know so they shoot him. Because him so coward, me think I'm fright when me and girlfriend start ball, but we still never know say shoot him because me they crack my window and I see the police them out outside, but me know the police will come at up and go one day. Because the youth them not behave themselves around it, but Andrew just get caught up in it. The wrong man get caught up in it.
When you say caught up, what do you mean though? People might see the wrong way.
Alright, Kirk, example, me a bad man, Kirk. And then me come and hurt somebody else were innocent. You understand me? That me mean. Because of one community. If police come into a community, anybody can get hurt if the community not run right. In any community in Jamaica, every community in Jamaica must run right too.
Likewise, another relative labeled Richards as an innocent man. Recounting the incident, she told the news that Richards had been very cooperative with the police.
He's an innocent person. The police came into his house in the early morning. Him hear the grill. Him go out there and said to who that? The police say police. Him open the door. They never had to kick it in. They never had to force entry. He opened the door. He let them in the house. They said that they need to do a search. He turned on the lights, let them inside. He sit down on the bed. He said to them, they need to conduct a search. He said, alright, they said, we're going to the kitchen first. Them have him get up for going there. Them I say, no, don't go, make the girl go. He said the girl naked, and she put something around her. She get up for going there. Before she could have even go in the kitchen, them shoot him. She turn around same time, him hold lamp on him side. Them shoot him to kill him. Them have him there bleed out. From where the shot, from the time them drug him body, that was more than half an hour. They had him there bleeding out. She crying, asking him to carry him to hospital, rush him to hospital. They left him there. Them say a clappers that laugh at him when they shot him. They left him for dead. Forensic has not seen his body on the crime scene. His body was dragged away by them. Inicom has not seen his body on the crime scene. They tampered with their own crime scene. They go on news and talk about him a criminal. He's no criminal. And he's a hard-working person.
Body of pregnant woman found in St. Mary. An unidentified female body was found along the Devon Penn Main Road in St. Mary on Sunday. The body, which was wrapped in a blue tarpaulin, was discovered by residents who alerted the police. Police reports are that the deceased was dressed in a white t-shirt, blue underwear and black socks. The deceased is said to be in her late 20s and is of dark complexion with tattoos on her chest, thighs and right shoulder. The victim is said to have signs of strangulation and multiple abrasions on her body and appears to be 6 months pregnant. The St. Mary police are investigating. This is the first reported murder for the parish. Elderly woman perishes in blaze. Investigators are trying to determine the cause of a fire on Camp Road in Hopewell, which claimed the life of an 81-year-old woman. The deceased has been identified as Josephine McLaurin, who would have celebrated her 82nd birthday on January 22. Neighbors noticed her two-story dwelling was on fire, and while extinguishing the Saturday morning blaze, they stumbled upon the elderly woman's burnt body on the lower floor. The incident occurred about 11:30 a.m. According to neighbors, it was strange that McLaurin's body was found on the ground floor. That section of the house was occupied by a tenant who was said to be at the market in Montego Bay when the tragedy occurred. "We don't know what happened because the guy wasn't home and she would normally go into the guy's place," a lady said under the condition of anonymity. A bed and other furniture were destroyed by the blaze, but residents' swift action prevented the fire from spreading. McLaurin's neighbors have been left stunned by her death. "This strange man, this strange," said one man who did not want to be identified by name. Police probing death of man suspected to have fallen off ladder. The police in Highgate, St. Mary, are probing the discovery of a body in Esher in the parish on Sunday evening. Preliminary reports indicated that the deceased is 60-year-old Garfield Stewart, a resident of Esher, who last spoke with someone on the phone about 8 a.m. Sunday. Investigators revealed that a relative later that evening discovered his lifeless body at the back of his house. The police were summoned, and upon their arrival, the deceased was found lying on his back, dressed in black clothing and without shoes. A metal ladder was also observed on the ground. The police say no foul play is suspected at this time, as they theorize he might have fallen off the ladder and died. 5 road deaths in first 5 days of the year spark a concern. Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucien Jones, has voiced a concern over what he says is the alarming number of fatalities on the roads since the beginning of the year. 5 people have lost their lives in road accidents in the first 5 days. They include 2 pedestrians, 1 pedal cyclist, 1 pillion passenger, and the private motor car driver. The fatal accidents happened in St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, St. Andrew, and St. Mary. This is not a good start. This is not the start that we're hoping for to try and ambitiously reduce the number of people who die in 2025 to 20% less than 2024, Jones said. A total of 364 people died on the country's roadways in 2024, the lowest in 7 years, according to official data. Jamaica recorded over 400 road deaths for each calendar year from 2019 to 2023, including the historic 488 deaths in 2022. Emphasizing the urgent need to tackle the escalating number of road fatalities before they spiral completely out of control, Jones revealed that 4 meetings have been requested with the government. He said these discussions will focus on enhancing the capacity of the National Road Safety Council, addressing issues related to motorcyclists, and improving safety for pedestrians. According to Jones, motorcyclists and pedestrians constitute the biggest problem we have on our roads. He also pointed to reports of people continuing to use their cell phones while driving, as well as incidents of drinking and driving. Additionally, he expressed a concern over reckless overtaking and the motorcyclists not wearing helmets. We are trying to mobilize the entire country, both the government and the private sector, to provide the National Road Safety Council with the resources, human capacity, and the financial resources that we need to fulfill our ambition to once again organize as a nation, that we can have at the end another 20% reduction in this second leading cause of violent death in the country, he said. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.